y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am so happy because I just got the new Blend Bunny Blur palette and the new Trove quad. I cannot wait. I've been like checking my tracking number over and over and over, and you know what? It just got delivered. So we are gonna play with this. I cannot wait. If you have not seen this palette from Blend Bunny yet, oh, we have this gorgeous ocean mermaid siren type of color story. And then we have 4 multi-chromes in the Trove palette, which I love. It's like a little treasure chest. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna swatch everything, and we're actually gonna do 3 eye looks. I'm gonna do a look on each eye, and then I will do like one complete look. So we're gonna do 3 eye looks. We're gonna do swatches. We're gonna have some fun. And if you're new here, I wanna say, hey, my name is Heather, and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just wanna have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. I do upload lots of new videos every single week, so I hope that you will subscribe before you leave today. But I cannot wait to play with all this stuff, so let's jump into it. Okay, getting started, let's kind of talk about this collection. This collection is available now. I do not think it's sold out. I'm so sorry if it is. I know I'm getting this video up before launch, but I've just been waiting for this to come. Blend Bunny did send me this, and I do have an affiliate code with the brand. My code is Heather. If you want to save, thank you so much if you choose to use my code. Maybe you're shopping your stash. Either way, I'm so happy you're here. But let's talk about this. So my first palette ever from Blend Bunny was the Surge palette, and I really liked that palette, but I feel like Blend Bunny just keeps getting better and better and better with their palettes. So this palette, I think, is one that I am so excited for because of the theming. That already pulled me in. We have this glittery outer packaging with lure right here, and I love that, like lure sailors to their death as a siren, and then lure like a fishing lure. So genius. So genius. So let me show you a close-up of this palette before I touch it, before I swatch it, so that you can see how it looks. I will say I'm going to swatch this on my arm, and I'm going to swatch some of the colors that I think look similar in the pan. I kind of want to swatch those next to each other so that you can see, because I know from images it can be a little hard to tell the differences maybe in these blues and these blues right here, but they are very different. So I want to make sure I'm showing you that in my swatches. And I love the way Blend Bunny lays out their palettes, because if you do not know what to do, just stick to one column and you'll have an easy monochromatic look. These 4 shades right here, you don't know what to do, just stick with these 4, these 4, these 4, and so on, and you can create a look. But what I also love, and I say this every time I talk about Blend Bunny, I love that we do have these beautiful, beautiful shimmer shades. We even have a multi-chrome in the shade Pearl right here. Let me also pop up a video that I'm taking on my phone so that you can see. Sometimes with a phone, I'm able to manipulate things so that you can kind of see shifts better. But we do have a multi-chrome in here. Then we have this row of light mattes. Then we have mid-tone mattes, and then we have deep dark mattes. I really like that. I think it lets me and everyone create a variety of looks. So I'm excited to play with this. And for the first 2 looks, we're just gonna stick with this palette. We're gonna use this palette, create a look, 2 looks with this Lure palette. Then for the 3rd look, I actually want to incorporate the Trove quad. So this is Blend Bunny's first multi-chrome quad, and this is what it looks like on the inside. You have a little mirror, which I think is adorable. Let me show you a close-up of this one too, and I'm going to show you swatches, and then I'm also going to do swatches, like I said, with my phone, where I can kind of manipulate things and really try to catch the shifts. In the clip, I showed you the close-up of this palette. Do look in the mirror. If you need to rewind, go back, because the mirror can be a great place to capture multi-chromes. I really like that Blend Bunny did a multi-chrome quad, so if you didn't want to pay the higher price for multi-chromes, you could just get this palette. I think it's a great idea. So for the 3rd look, I'm going to use this palette, of course, but I'm going to incorporate shades from this Multichrome quad. I'll save that for the last look. And then, of course, at the end, I'll give you my thoughts. Blend Bunny is not a new to me brand. Like I said, I bought the Surge palette when it first launched, fell in love. I have several of their palettes now. I know the formula, I know the quality, and that's what I want to do. I want to test, is this the same Blend Bunny quality that I know and love? I will definitely let you know that today. But what I'm going to do now is prime my eyes for shadow, zoom y'all in nice and close, and we are going to create eye looks. I'm so ready to create with this palette. I have been lusting after it online ever since I saw the photos. I'm like, I need that so much. So time to play. Okay, so I put my eye primer down on this side right here. Everything I talk about today will of course be linked in the description box, so please do check there if you have questions about anything. But we're going to start with this eye, and I know I was saying earlier, if you don't know what to do with this palette, you can just stick to the columns. I feel like Blend Bunny did that so nicely. It's done for you. So I'm going to kind of dip all over the palette to create a look, maybe give you some inspiration. If you're like, I want that palette but I don't know what to do, I've got you. So what we're going to start with first is actually this kind of bright minty pastel type of green, and this is called Sea Foam. I love these names. I love the ocean. Like, I love the ocean so much. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I would love to be a siren luring sailors to their death. That's the dream. That's the dream life. And so this palette, I feel like, is perfect. So I am just going to, look at that, look at that, look. Do you see that pigment? Do you see that pigment? Listen, and if you ever want to create just an all bright pastel look, you can always choose a white eyeshadow primer. I just like to choose something that's a little lighter than my skin tone, you know? So I'm taking this and I am just putting this right in the front half of my crease and then blending it in a little bit on the lid like that, because I want to put a shimmer on top and I want to layer it on top of the matte. So there we go. That is so beautiful and blended like a dream, I tell you. So I'm using a Sigma brush. This is one of the brushes that was in my Heather Austin's favorite set with Sigma. I will link the brushes that I'm using down below too, but I'm just going to buff that in. Okay, this is gorgeous. Now I want to go into this shade right down here, 332 meters. This beautiful teal shade. It looks stunning. So I'm going to pick this up on my brush. Again, this is another one from my Sigma set. And I'm just pressing it on at first. I like to press with my darker mattes a lot of times just so that I know I have like the most pigment right where I want it, and then I can go and blend like this. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just softening up where we blended that teal shade. So I'm taking my Sigma brush from my set and I dipped into Lost at Sea and just blending and softening this up. This is a brush that will just barely graze the skin and help with blending. So I'm sure you could see on swatches, but this blue over here is like a true blue pastel. This is like a bright green minty pastel, and this is kind of a mix between the two. So I think it's perfect to blend this out with, and these mattes are blending so beautifully. Blend Bunny mattes just perform so well. This look is just making me so happy. So happy. Okay, I actually want to dip over into this deep dark blue down here, and I want to put this on the lower lash line. So this is another Sigma set brush, and this is just going to go right down here, right up against the lash line. I'm gonna blend it down pretty low because even after I go on with eyeliner, I want you to be able to see this blue, not eyeliner, mascara. So even when my lower lashes have mascara on them, I want you to really, really, really be able to see this blue. Okay, here's what I want to do now. I want to go in with the Multichrome here called Pearl. This is really, really pretty, really sparkly it looks. I know y'all already saw the swatches. I have not swatched it yet. You could go in with your finger, apply it, a brush, go in with a brush, spray your brush, glitter primer, whatever you want. I actually want to put this over top of a black base. So I'm grabbing my black liquid, not liquid, cream, pot, gel, whatever liner from Blend Bunny. And I'm going to put this on the lid, and then I want to layer the shade Opal on top. That's what I want to do. I think that's going to be so pretty on top of a black base. And it's really, really going to give us some drama because this is a dramatic look. And I just want to see, since you saw that shade swatched just on top of bare skin, I want to see what it looks like over a black base. So I'm going to put this down all over my lid, and then we will apply Pearl. Okay, I'm just pressing this on. We're not doing a cut crease. That is beautiful. Love when people do that. That's not something I want to do. I like makeup that's a little less precise on myself. So I'm just kind of going all over the lid. I don't care about the edges being perfect. And then I'm picking up Pearl. And what I want to do is press on top of that black first. Okay, we're going to press before we blend. So getting all that pressed on. It's gonna look messy. It's not gonna look good yet. Okay, once I have that pressed on to that black eye base, I'm just gonna keep looking down for a minute to make sure that it's got it all set down. And I have used this one from Blend Bunny as like a base before, and I've never had any creasing, nothing like that. So I'm then going to take, this is another brush from my Sigma set, and I am going to back and forth, back and forth, back and forth blend, because now I want to get rid of that harsh line from the black base and just kind of blend with my brush back and forth, making sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, I love that. I just feel like that added the drama and really let that shade shine. I'm gonna go back and dip back into Seafoam and kind of like re-emphasize this color that we started with here. I definitely don't want to lose that, and I'm actually gonna pull it in a little more to my nose so that it's more vibrant, like this, back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna grab one of my Blend Bunny brushes. This is the B1. I'm gonna pick up Pearl, and I'm gonna use this on the inner corner too for my inner corner highlight, just like this. And that's gonna be our finished eye look. We just used what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades, but you don't always need a million shades to create a pretty eye look. Now I am gonna do liner and lashes. I can see if I need to do any more blending, things like that, but I wanna do this eye first. But let's add highlighter. I intentionally did not highlight my face because I wanted to pick a highlighter based on the eye look. So what I think we'll do, looking at this, I do have a video on this palette if you want to see it. These are very sparkle heavy highlighters. So what I want to do now that I have this down is I want to go in with this green highlighter right here. Well, the one that's more green, I will say. It has a lot of different like reflex and really, really pretty. So I'm going to put on this shade Transient right here. I'm going to prime this eye for shadow, and we're going to do a second eye look. Okay, so here's what that highlight looks like with the eye look. I think it's very cool. Now, I want to go in, and what we're going to do here is I'm going to start with the deepest shade all in the crease, and then we're going to buff it out with a lighter shade. So I'm going to take my B5 from Blend Bunny, and I want to start with this purple shade. I really want to start with this purple shade, so that's what we're going to do. This is Tentacles. Oh, I love that name. Okay, so I've got Tentacles, and I'm just going to press that right in to my crease, the socket of my eye. It can come up above it, it can come down below it, and I really want to focus that color right in here, and I'm also going to blend it up and out a bit too. All right, now I want to take this Sigma brush, and I want to add in some pink. So I'm going to go with this shade right here, Booty. I love that, like treasure. That's adorable. So I'm going to coat my brush with this. Just make sure kind of all sides have some of that shadow. I'm going to tap off excess though, because I don't want too much. And I'm going to start to blend out with this light pink shade right here, and I'm just going to spend my time going kind of back and forth like windshield wiper, but then also little circular motions too. All right, I've got my little dual-ended Sigma brush, and what I want to do is just take a tiny little bit of Beaded right here, and then we are going to buff that out here. So we've kind of worked from darkest to lightest with these kind of crease colors, and I'm just going to make sure I have a blend that I am satisfied with. Okay, so I have that shade Charmed on my brush. The main thing is just don't spray your brush until after you pick up the shadow, because you don't want to put a wet brush into your powder shadow, you know? So I'm going to kind of press this on and then blend, but I'm not going to take the shimmer on top of the matte in the outer corner. Just like out here, I left that outer corner just a bit matte to make sure we have that depth and dimension. And this is really, really pretty, really pretty. I definitely wanted to say, and I've said this in my other Blend Bunny videos, when I bought Surge when it first released, and the shimmer shades in Surge were not my favorite, but when I had the other palettes, the Dollhouse and All Done Up, the shimmer shades were great. Definitely improved, and I'm pretty sure that they improved the shimmers on Surge too. So the Surge that's been available for a while now has that updated shimmer formula. I know that Blend Bunny put that information out on their Instagram if you want to double check me for sure. And these are that great shimmer formula from Blend Bunny that I really enjoy. Isn't that pretty? I love this kind of pinky purple theme that we have going on. I really, really like that. I'm just gonna go back and blend some more. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Sigma brush, and we're gonna go in with X Marks the Spot. And this is going to be our lower lash line shade. So we're really just gonna mix the pink and purple column for this look. And I'm bringing this shade down, not too low, but fairly low. Again, once I have on mascara and everything, I want you to be able to see the shade. And I actually may go back before I finish completely and do the lash and all, and bring this blue down lower too. I just want to make sure that we can see it. I really like this shade right here with what we have going on up top. I think that's so beautiful. All right, now let's add a pop of shimmer to the inner corner and let's do pink. So I'm gonna pick this up right here, Sailor's Delight. I love that. Is there shade Sailor's Delight and Sailor's Fright, right? I need to see, but I'm just putting this on. This is a Sigma Samantha Ravindell brush, actually, that she did in collab with them. And I like that. Oh, I had fun kind of mixing the pink column and the purple column. Okay, that is really pretty. I'm really happy with both of these looks, but of course I want to do eyeliner and lashes and everything. So we put the green on this side of the face. So for this side over here, I'm looking, I'm like trying to look down into the mirror just so I can see all the reflex. And I'm thinking maybe I'll do this purple ish highlighter. I mean, it's depending on how you move, they're all so different. So let me do this one. This one is called Far Out. I'll put that on the cheeks here. Let me see. I've got this blinged brush right here. Let me make sure it doesn't have anything on it. And we'll go in with Far Out. And we'll put this on right here. Okay, let me do eyeliner. Let me do lashes. And then I'll be back to show you how everything comes together. But these right here, these are our finished looks. And I think I might throw on a gloss. This look kind of calls for a gloss, don't you think? All right, y'all, here is the finished looks. Here are the finished looks. So we have this eye over here, and then this one over here. So into it. Let me tell you, I used a black eyeliner and then I put on my Lilly lashes in the style Mykonos. I am wearing the Blend Bunny Lip Duo. This is in Doll Face. And then, well, I was wearing this, the intro, the whole tutorial, but I just added some Unearthly Cosmetics Cupid gloss on top because I wanted a little shine, sparkle, you know, so I'm loving that. I'm wearing my Half Magic blush. I will put everything in the description box. I try to pack my description box full, but I'm wearing this bright pink blush shade. And oh my gosh, I love these looks. I love this pink purple over here. It was very easy, very effortless to mix the pinks and the purples together. I think the shimmer shades are very sparkly and pretty, have a lot of dimension, but this has got to be my favorite look. I like both. I don't like to do the same looks every day. I like to mix it up, but if you're looking at both of these, and I have to decide which one's my favorite, I just love the contrast of this one. And I mean, green is my favorite color, so I love that seafoam green, the teals, the blues with the pop of that shade Opal on top of that black base. I really love both of these looks though. I think they're so nice, so pretty. All of the shades work so well together. And I'm very excited to do another look. So for the next look, we're gonna pull in the Multichrome quad. I'm like, where did I put it? It's right here, Trove. So for the next one, we're definitely gonna play with one or two of these Multichromes, but I love the way this palette has performed so far. It performs exactly how I expected it to, but I'm super duper into this color story. My kid came in here earlier to ask me a question, and he was like, oh, Mom, your makeup looks good. So I'm like, that made me feel even better. And I love a colorful highlighter. Like, I will wear a colorful highlighter Sunday through Saturday, you know, any day of the week. I just love it. I think it's so fun. I feel amazing in these looks. I love color, but I need to quit looking at these and we need to move on. We will jump in to the third look now. All right, we are going to do a third look. I really want to use the Lure palette and I want to incorporate Trove. I want to use one of the Multichromes. Very excited about it. And I think we're going to start with the lightest shade first. And I'm going to start with this one right here. I want to use some of these neutral tones. This black Black Sea looks really beautiful. It looks more like a charcoal black than the true deep dark blacks that we've seen in some of Blend Bunny's other palettes. So I'm looking forward to playing with this shade. And so I definitely want to play with these three, but I may incorporate this deep dark green matte as well. We'll kind of see where the look takes us. But I'm going to start off with this Sigma brush. I'm going to make sure I don't have any creases in my eye primer, and we're going to buff this shade all in the crease. Alright, so I'm just going to put this on, and this is a really pretty kind of like, I don't want to call it a gray, but it definitely is like a gray purple leaning shade. Like it's not purple and it's not gray, and I like that. This shade is called Storm Ahead, and I like that name too. I feel like so much attention went into all the details of this palette, and I'm so into it. Okay, the next two shades I'm gonna work with are gonna be these two. So Pirate's Life and Black Sea. And I wanna start off with this small blinged brush, and this is Pirate's Life. So I'm gonna pick that up, and we're just gonna start to kind of put that on the lid right here. So I want the most pigment kind of on this outer like half of my lid, and then I'm going to slowly blend it up and out. I'm even gonna bring it right down here under the lower lash line, but not all the way, just in the outer corner. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Sigma brush with that dark matte green, and this is gonna be our lower lash line color. The name of this shade is Uncharted. And I really wanted to incorporate this. I know we're going to have the Multichrome, but I just thought like this kind of really deep green would be pretty with the neutral mattes that we have going on. So I'm just pressing that on and then lightly kind of buffing. And then what I want to do is go in with the Multichromes, and then we'll add that matte kind of a deeper like black charcoal-y type shade to the outer corner. But I kind of want to play with the Multichromes first. Alright, the Multichrome that I want to be kind of like the main focus is Cove right here. So looking at it straight on, I mean, you already saw the swatches, but it does look like a very yellow gold. Then you turn it and it turns into this kind of like turquoise shade, and then you turn it fully on its side and it's this like rainforest green type of color. So that is going to be the focus. With Multichromes, the way you're going to see the shifts the best is just living your life. When you're walking around, you know, you're washing your hands in the bathroom, you're going to see one color. You're walking by a window, you catch your reflection, you're going to see another color. Just as you move and as the light hits differently, you're going to see the shifts the most. So I like to give a Multichrome the most surface area that I can. Not always. It's fun to fit lots of different shades on our eyes, of course, but I really want to use this shade like from here to here, give it a lot of surface area, because that way, even like head on as I'm talking to somebody, I'm moving, you're seeing a lot of that reflect, and I'm really looking forward to wearing this look today. So I am going to put down actually a glitter potion. This is called the Karla Fix Potion. Glitter primer, glitter gel, spray your brush, use your finger, whatever you want to do. I just want to put this down. It's a little extra tacky base that really, really, really takes things to the next level. All right, I've got my Sigma brush in that shade Cove. Now, when I'm looking down into the mirror, it looks straight up green. When I look up, it looks yellow, yellow green, yellow gold. So, so pretty. Oh, I love a multi-chrome. It makes me so happy. Okay, I'm gonna grab a pointy brush. This one right here is a EO5 eyeliner brush from Sigma. And this isn't the one. This is not the one, Heather. I wanna use a little bit of this multi-chrome right down here. So this is like a purple, baby blue, sky blue, and then green shift. So it's called Dive Deep, and we're just gonna use this just a little bit. Okay, so I picked that up on my brush. I'm gonna take my spray and I'm gonna spray it. And then we're going to layer this on top of the green, not all the way on the lower lash line. Just right in here for a little bit more of that multi-chrome. I don't want to take it all the way, but I'm putting it directly on top of that green matte. Okay, now I'm loving how it's coming together, but I want to take some of that Black Sea, that deep dark matte, and just press it right here to this outer corner to give us even more depth. But I'm gonna keep it really small. This is the same blinged brush that we used earlier. Okay, so if you want to recreate this look, but you don't want to use the multi-chromes, you can definitely use any of these shimmers that you want in place of what I used with the multi-chromes. You could totally still recreate these looks with this palette. Just, you know, sub out the multi-chrome for one of these. Let's go in with Folklore. This one right here. I was thinking maybe a matte inner corner to go in between those multi-chromes. But I'm going to take this Sigma brush and I'm actually going to highlight the inner corner. I think it will be pretty to keep it all shimmery, shiny right in this area. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to make sure I don't cover up my multi-chromes. And I'm just going to press that right there. And I will be right back to show you the look come together, kind of give you my thoughts now that I've played with it, swatched it, all of that. All right, y'all, here is the finished look. Oh, I love it so much. I put on black eyeliner. I put on Lilly Lashes Miami. I am wearing another Half Magic blush. I'm wearing the more brown one. I'll put the names down in the description box, of course. So I'm wearing this one right here. And then for lips, I'm wearing the Blend Bunny Lip Duo in Tease. And I put on Pat McGrath Gloss in Bronze Venus. That's what's on my lips. I'm wearing another Blend Bunny highlighter from the palette. I put on this one right here, Dreamlike. And I think that is everything I need to tell y'all. So I really like this eye look. The multi-chrome, so beautiful. Everything was super easy to apply. I really like that they sold a separate multi-chrome quad. That way, people who wanted it, people who were interested in it, could get the quad separately if they want. And then you have the beautiful palette with such a pretty color story. Like, this is such a perfect color story for mermaids, sirens, the ocean, things like that. I just think this is so fun. I love this color story. If you have ever used Blend Bunny mattes before, this is the same great formula we expect from the brand. Pigmented while still easy to blend and work with. You don't have to struggle to build up color. You don't have to struggle to blend things out. They layer well on top of each other. Just A++++. The shimmers are super pretty, and I really like that we get this shifty shade too in Pearl. So really beautiful. I love that we have light shades, mid-tone shades, and deep shades. I like that we have this whole row of shimmers. I think this is just beautiful. I really like this packaging too. And you know, that it's exactly what I expected from Blend Bunny quality. The quality in both of these palettes is there. I love a good theme. They gave me a good theme. So I'm very excited to play with this some more. I really hope that you enjoyed these looks. I'm just gonna keep staring at these shadows because I think they're so beautiful. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the 3 looks and the swatches. I had a lot of fun filming it. I have a fun video coming to y'all tomorrow. Tons of videos coming next week too. So please do make sure you subscribe. Again, everything will be linked down below. I will put my code down there. Everything I talked about, it'll be in the description box, and I will see you tomorrow in a new video. Bye.